Hey guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this exponential equation. And make sure to stick until the end of the video where I have a bonus problem that is similar to this one which you guys can try to solve. Alright, so I have 2 to the power of x plus 8 to the power of x is equal to 68. Now 8 here, this is the same thing as 2 to the power of 3. So now I have 2 to the power of x plus 2 to the power of 3 to the power of x is equal to 68. Now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is the same thing as a to the power of m times n, right? And a to the power of m times n, these two are interchangeable, meaning this is the same thing as a to the power of n times m, meaning this is the same thing as a to the power of n to the power of m. So to put this all together, a to the power of m to the power of n is the same thing as a to the power of n to the power of m. So 2 to the power of 3 to the power of x, I'm going to rewrite as 2 to the power of x to the power of 3. This is equal to 68. Now I'm going to let the variable y equal 2 to the power of x. So now if I replace 2 to the power of x, if I replace y with 2 to the power of x, I get y plus y to the power of 3 is equal to 68. Now if I subtract 68 on both sides, I get y plus y to the power of 3 minus 68 is equal to 0. Now I'm going to rechange the order in form of highest degree to the lowest degree. So this would be y to the power of 3 first plus y next minus 68 is equal to 0. Now to solve this, I'm going to first rewrite y as 17 minus 16. Now I have this minus 68 is equal to 0. Now I'm going to factor by grouping. So first, from y to the power of 3 minus 17y, I'm going to factor out y because that is the greatest common factor. So now I have y times y to the power of 3 divided by y is y squared, plus 17y divided by y is 17. Sorry, I made a mistake. Before doing that, I'm going to first rearrange the order. So now I'll have y to the power of 3 minus 16y plus 17y minus 68 is equal to 0. Now I'm going to factor by grouping. So from y to the power of 3 minus 16y, I'm going to factor out y. Y to the power of 3 divided by y is y squared, minus 16y divided by y is 16. Then I have plus 17y minus 68. I'm going to factor out 17. 17y divided by 17 is y, and 68 divided by 17 is 4. So now this is equal to 0. So now, 16 here, this is the same thing as 4 squared. So now I have y times y squared minus 4 squared plus 17 times y minus 4 is equal to 0. And now if I have something in the form a squared minus b squared, this is the same thing as a plus b times a minus b. So y squared minus 4 squared, that's going to equal y plus 4 times y minus 4. Now I can factor out y minus 4 from this, and I get y minus 4 times y squared plus 4y plus 17. This is equal to 0. So now this gives me two equations. I have y minus 4 is equal to 0, and I have y squared plus 4y plus 17 is equal to 0. Now for y minus 4 equals 0, I can simply add 4 on both sides, and I get y is equal to 4. For y squared plus 4y plus 17 is equal to 0, I can use the quadratic formula, which is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So in this case, a is equal to 1, b is equal to 4, and c is equal to 17. So now I have negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 4 squared minus 4 times 1 times 17. And I have this all over 2 times 1. Now I have negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 4 squared is 16 minus 4 times 1 times 17 is 68 over 2 times 1 is 2. Now 16 minus 68, that is going to be negative 52, which is a negative number. And you can't take the square root of negative numbers, so this is false, meaning our only solution of y is 4. So if y is equal to 4, and remember how we said y is equal to 2 to the power of x. So now I have 2 to the power of x is equal to 4. And 4 is the same thing as 2 squared, so I have 2 to the power of x is equal to 2 squared, and this means that x is equal to 2. So x is equal to 2 is our solution. Alright, so I have 4 to the power of 1 minus x plus 4 to the power of 1 plus x is equal to 10. Now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m plus n, this is equal to a to the power of m times a to the power of n. So for 4 to the power of 1 minus x, this is the same thing as 4 to the power of 1 plus negative x. And this means that this is equal to 4 to the power of 1 times 4 to the power of negative x. So I have 4 to the power of 1 times 4 to the power of negative x plus 4 to the power of 1 plus x. That's going to equal 4 to the power of 1 times 4 to the power of x. This is equal to 10. Now 4 to the power of negative x, this is the same thing as 1 over 4 to the power of x. And this is, if I multiply these two, I get 4 over 4 to the power of x. Now I'm going to let 4 to the power of x equal to the variable y. So now if I replace 4 to the power of x with y, I get 4 over y plus 4y is equal to 10. Now, if I multiply both sides by y, these two cancel out, so I'll be left with 4 plus 4 times 4y times y is 4y squared is equal to 10 times y is 10y. Now, I can go ahead and subtract 10y on both sides, so I get 4 plus 4y squared minus 10y is equal to 0. Now, if I rearrange the order here, I get 4y squared minus 10y plus 4 is equal to 0. Now, I can divide both sides by 2. So 4y squared divided by 2 is 2y squared minus 10y divided by 2 is 5y plus 4 divided by 2 is 2. This is equal to 0. Now, I have to find two numbers with the product of 2 times 2, which is 4, and with a sum of negative 5. So these two numbers could be negative 4 and negative 1, because negative 4 times negative 1 is 4, and negative 4 plus negative 1 is negative 5. So negative 4 and negative 1. So now I have 2y squared minus 4y minus y plus 2 is equal to 0. Now I can factor by grouping. So what is the greatest common factor of 2y squared and negative 4y? That's going to be 2y. So if I factor out 2y, I get 2y times 2y squared divided by 2y is y minus negative 4y divided by 2y is 2. And now from negative y plus 2, I can simply factor out negative 1. So I have negative 1 times y minus 2. This is equal to 0. Now if I factor out y minus 2 from this, I get y minus 2 times 2y minus 1. It is equal to 0. So now, this gives me two equations. I have y minus 2 is equal to 0, and I have 2y minus 1 is equal to 0. For y minus 2 equals 0, I can simply add 2 on both sides, so I get y is equal to 2. For 2y minus 1 equals 0, first add 1 on both sides, so I get 2y is equal to 1, then I can divide 2 on both sides. So I get y is equal to 1/2. Now, remember how we said 4 to the power of x is equal to y. So now let's first start by saying that y equals 2. If y equals 2, then I have 4 to the power of x is equal to 2. Now 4 to the power of x, well 4, this is the same thing as 2 squared. So I have 2 squared to the power of x is equal to 2. And this means that 2 to the power of 2x is equal to, 2 is the same thing as 2 to the power of 1. Now this means that 2x is equal to 1, and x is equal to 1/2. So this is one solution of x. Now I have 4 to the power of x is equal to 1/2. 1/2 is the same thing as 2 to the power of negative 1, and 4 to the power of x is the same thing as 2 to the power of 2x. So now I have 2x is equal to negative 1. I can divide both sides by 2, and I get x is equal to negative 1/2. So my two solutions are 1/2 and negative 1/2. Hey guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this exponential problem. And make sure to stick until the end of the video, where I have two bonus problems that are similar to this one, which you guys can try to solve. So I have 2 to the power of 16 minus 16. Now 16 here, this is the same thing as 8 times 2. So now I have 2 to the power of 8 times 2 minus 16. Now 8 times 2, well, first off, if I have something in the form a to the power of m times n, this is equal to a to the power of m to the power of n. So 2 to the power of 8 times 2, that's going to equal 2 to the power of 8 to the power of 2 minus 16, I can rewrite as 4 squared. Now, if I have something in the form a squared minus b squared, this is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So 2 to the power of 8 squared minus 4 squared, in this case a is equal to 2 to the power of 8 and b is equal to 4. So now I have 2 to the power of 8 plus 4 times 2 to the power of 8 minus 4. Now 2 to the power of 8, well, 2 to the power of 1 is equal to 2, 2 to the power of 2 is equal to 4, 2 to the power of 3 is equal to 8. So as you can see, this just doubles. 2 to the power of 4 is double of 8, 16. 2 to the power of 5 is 32. 2 to the power of 6 is 64. 2 to the power of 7 is double of 64, which is 128. And finally, 2 to the power of 8, this is double of 128, which is 256. So now I have 256 plus 4 times 256 minus 4. Now 256 plus 4, that's going to be 260, times 256 minus 4, that's going to be 252. So now I have 260 times 252. Now I'm going to rewrite this as 260 we can rewrite as 250 plus 1, and 252 we can rewrite as 250 plus 2. Or sorry, 250 we can rewrite as 250 plus 10, and 252 we can rewrite as 250 plus 2. So now we have 250 plus 10 times 250 plus 2. So I'm going to first start by distributing the 250. So now this is equal to 250 times 250 plus 250 times 2. Now I can distribute the 10. So I have plus 10 times 250 plus 10 times 2. Now this is equal to 250 times 250, well 25 times 25 is 625, so then we just add in these two extra zeros. Now 250 times 2 is 500. 70 times 250, or sorry, 10 times 250, that's 2500. And finally 10 times 2 is 20. So now we simply have to add all of these up. So 62,500 plus 500 is 63,000. Plus 2,500 plus 20 is 2,520, and now this is equal to 65,520. So this is my answer. Alright, so I have 2 to the power of 20 minus 9. Now first off, 2 to the power of 20 we can rewrite as 2 to the power of 10 times 2, because 20 is equal to 10 times 2. Now I have minus 9. Now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m times n, this is equal to a to the power of m to the power of n. So 2 to the power of 10 times 2, that's going to equal 2 to the power of 10 to the power of 2. Now, I have this minus 9, we can rewrite as 3 squared. And now, if I have something in the form a squared minus b squared, this is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So in this case, a is equal to 2 to the power of 10, and b is equal to 3. So now I have 2 to the power of 10 plus 3 times 2 to the power of 10 minus 3. Now 2 to the power of 10, well, 2 to the power of 1, this is equal to 2, and 2 to the power of 5, this is equal to 32. So 2 to the power of 6, this is equal to double of 32, 64. 2 to the power of 7, this is equal to double of 64, which is 128. 2 to the power of 8, double of 128, 256. 2 to the power of 9, double of 256, which is 512. Finally, 2 to the power of 10, which is double of 512, which is 1024. So now I have 1024 plus 3 times 1024 minus 3. Now 1024 plus 3 is 1027, times 1024 minus 3 is 1021. Now 1027 we can rewrite as 1000 plus 27, and 1021 we can rewrite as 1000 plus 21. So now I have 1000 plus 27 times 1000 plus 21, and now we can solve this by distributing. I'll first distribute the 1000, so I have 1000 times 1000 plus 21 times 1000 plus, now if I distribute the 27 times 1000 plus 27 times 21. Now 1000 times 1000 is going to be 1 million, so I have 1 million plus 21 times 1000 is 21,000 plus 27 times 1000 is 27,000 plus, finally, 27 times 21 is 567. Now if I add all these up, 21,000 plus 27,000, that is going to be 48,000, plus 567 is 48,567, and now 1 million plus 48,567 is 1,048,567. So this is my answer. Alright, so I have 2 to the power of 100 minus 2 to the power of 99. So 2 to the power of 100 we can rewrite as 2 to the power of 99 plus 1 minus 2 to the power of 99. Now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m plus n, this is equal to a to the power of m times a to the power of n. So in this case, for 2 to the power of 99 plus 1, I can rewrite as 2 to the power of 99 times 2 to the power of 1, and then I have minus 2 to the power of 99 at the end. So now, because both these terms have 2 to the power of 99, if I factor out 2 to the power of 99, I get 2 to the power of 99 times 2 to the power of 99 times 2 to the power of 1 divided by 2 to the power of 99 is simply 2 to the power of 1, minus 2 to the power of 99 divided by 2 to the power of 99 is 1. So I have 2 to the power of 99 times 2 to the power of 1 minus 1. Now, 2 to the power of 1 minus 1, well, 2 to the power of 1 is 2, so I have 2 to the power of 99 times 2 minus 1, and 2 minus 1 is simply 1, so I have 2 to the power of 99 times 1. Anything times 1 is itself, so now I have 2 to the power of 99. And 2 to the power of 99, well, this is actually going to be a really big number, because 2 to the power of 10 itself, this is equal to 1024, and 2 to the power of 9, this is equal to half of 1024, which is 512. So every time a new power of 2 comes, it's going to be double of the previous power. So 2 to the power of 11, this would be double of this. 2 to the power of 12, that would be double of 2 to the power of 11, so on and on and on. So 2 to the power of 99, this is going to be a really big number. So that's why this is the most that I can actually simplify 2 to the power of 99.